Hi, I'm Matthew. Welcome back to our second installment of palm trees here at Earthworks. David's going to show us some more palm trees today, so get out your notebooks, a pen, and get ready to learn.
This palm here is called the Livistona saribus, commonly known as Taraw Palm. It is native to Southeast Asia, but surprisingly, being native to Southeast Asia, a tropical country, it will grow in northern Florida in a temperate zone. Tolerate temperatures down to about 18 to 20 degrees. It's a slow to moderate grower, achieving a max height of 30 to 40 feet. Just to keep in mind, to focus on the max height, that can vary from region to region. Don't expect that height to occur here in northern Florida because our climate is slightly different. But it's a palmate fan type of leaf, like the palm of your hand. It's very drought tolerant, very cold hardy, and also unique about the Livistona genus, they're fire retardant. They have these big wildfires in parts of Southeast Asia and Australia, and they seem to recover from the fires and also floods. But I call this personally the crocodile palm. You can see where the old leaf bases were cut. They're really big and knobby, and we get compliments on them all the time as far as it looking like wood, like artwork. And they have a really unique, I call it a potbelly shark's tooth on the petiole, and this evolved as a deterrence from predators native to Southeast Asia, where the palm's from. But it's a really unique palm. Like Steve Irwin says, a crocodile palm. You're all right, mate, you're all right. And fertilize it 3 to 4 times a year with a good quality palm food that's high in magnesium and potassium, as our Florida soils in North Florida do lack that. And come into Earthworks and check out our specimens, and we'll gladly show you around. I'm standing on the root ball of a Livistona decora, formerly known as Livistona decipiens. That name was reclassified in 2008. I actually have a palm encyclopedia, Bedrock's Guide to Landscape Palms and Bedrock's Guide to Cold Hardy Palms, inside our showroom, that it's still printed with the previous species name that was reclassified in 2008. So it's Livistona decora, D-E-C-O-R-A, Australian ribbon palm or weeping cabbage palm. When the sun is out like it is now and we have wind, which the wind is calm, so I'm going to emulate some wind. But if you look at the fronds or the tips of the fronds, when the wind's blowing and the sun's out, you can see the leaflets, the very edges of the fronds, flickering like ribbons in the wind. So that's where it gets its name, ribbon fan palm, from. And I'll give it a little shake. You can see like reflecting and waving ribbons, like a celebration, a birthday party, or New Year's Eve. This is native to Australia, Queensland particularly. It's a moderate grower, attaining a height of about 40 feet in its native habitat. Now this will grow throughout the state of Florida and the southeast United States. It's very cold hardy, but as far as the maximum height, keep in mind this is different type of soil in northern Florida, different type of climate, rainfall, humidity, so forth, annual storms, winters. It is cold hardy and heat tolerant, but the max height may not occur here in northern Florida because it's not in its exactly native habitat. You have to kind of mock the soil, if it's serpentine, clay, acidic, neutral, to mock it to be exactly the same if it's native habitat. But the reason why it grows here, because it's a very similar climate, not exactly. Moderate grower. I recommend you feed it 3 to 4 times a year with a good high quality palm fertilizer that's high in magnesium and potassium. It's fire retardant. They have the wildfires in Australia, so it responds well from fires. As anyone's never noticed, the land clearing and the controlled burns that they have throughout the state are native saw palmetto, which you can see behind me. They're a good fire response palm, whereas they almost look better and more healthy as if they were fertilized when they're burned almost to a charred crisp, and then they respond back. And they, believe it or not, being a slow grower, they grow and respond back fairly quickly. But the fires seem to do those well, as do the Livistona. But we carry them in multiple sizes. They grow as a solitary palm. And I just wanted to go down here and show you, these palms are grown for years in a tree farm, and they have a fibrous root system, so the roots aren't any larger than a pencil in diameter, and they root prune them every so often, and they harden off, and they're able to live in this tiny little ball, which is about 36 inches in diameter by about 18 to 20 inches in height. A lot of customers say it's amazing how they're able to withstand being this size and magnitude of tree in this tiny little root ball here for the size tree. But definitely recommend, if you want to come on in to take a look at one, I'll be glad to show you around at the variety and selection we have here at Earthworks. This is Livistona chinensis, commonly known as Chinese fan palm, native to China and Japan. This palm has been in the nursery trade and box stores for many, many years, sold as a house plant. People purchasing them not knowing the scale and magnitude they can grow. They grow them as house plants and then plant them in areas where they outgrow their situation. So I just want to make this palm known that it can eventually acquire a height of about 20 feet. It's very cold hardy, can tolerate temperatures down into the mid to upper teens. Fertilize it 3 to 4 times a year with a quality palm fertilizer high in magnesium and potassium, as our North Florida soils lack those two elements, which this could develop a deficiency. But if it's fertilized on a quarterly basis, annually, you'll keep the nutrient level up and it'll look wonderful. And as you can see, this specimen here at Earthworks has been here, by the way, since 2003. I go back and I remember when it was planted, so it's been here 15 years, and it went through one hard freeze in 2003 when it got into the lower 20s, and then it's still here today with us some 15 years later. But all palms, usually in the spring in northern Florida, in warmer regions, they may flower any month of the year, particularly during the winter in say southern Florida or a tropical region. But this is the inflorescence. It comes up as a flower stalk. It's called inflorescence, and then as it goes to fruit, it's called an infructescence, and it's just a reproductive part of the palm. As the palm tries to survive, it reproduces by flowering and going into seeds, and then the seeds germinate sporadically unless you cultivate them yourselves, and then you've got the new seedling born to replace the mother to keep the population going. But like I said, it flowers and fruits one time a year, and you can trim those flowers and fruits off if you'd like. And you can see these here, this beautiful specimen here at Earthworks, and we also have them in sale from containerized ones to larger ball and burlap size trees.
Hey, thanks again for joining us and watching another installment of our palm videos. Keep checking us out online for more videos and more information with David Casella.